Okay, here we go. This is Yousician video 3, and where we left off was where I had instructed you guys to go through the guided lesson first, but let's not do that first. You can do that after we do our first actual lesson, and we're going to start at the very beginning. So click on Learn here at the top, and we're going to scroll all the way to the top here, and we're going to click on the Let's Play button. We're going to start from the very beginning. Okay, and this area over here on the left hand side, it talks about some of the things that you did go through when you went through the guided tour. But again, let's just skip that for now. But basically, the songs that we're going to be learning, beginning with, are playing the first 3, 4, 5 notes: C, D, E, F, G, middle C, D, E, F, G. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So I'm going to click on Get Started.
Welcome to Yousician. Congratulations on choosing to play piano. I promise you, it's a choice you won't regret. I never did. My name is Leah, and I'll help you along the way. Now let's get started together, and you'll be playing your first song right away. Let's play. First, let's see where you should get started. What's your experience with the piano?
We're going to start at the very beginning. Nothing yet.
We'd like to offer you a free Premium Plus trial. You'll unlock popular songs and get unlimited lesson time on all instruments. So go ahead and give it a try.
Okay, this pop-up ad will pop up from time to time, prompting you to try and to sign up for the premium version. You don't have to do that. You can continue using Yousician in the free mode, but when this does pop up, just ignore it and just click on the X. And that's what happens when we click on Start here. So what we're going to actually do is click on the next item, Hand Position and Posture, and it's going to take you through all of that. We've gone through all of that in class, but I think it would be a good idea for Leah to also go over what you already know about hand posture and posture at the piano. Here we go.
Let's take a look at how you should position your hands and body at the piano. First of all, it's important to have the piano bench set up properly, since this affects everything else. Adjust the height so that when you place your hands on the keys, your arms are parallel to the floor. The distance should be close enough that you can comfortably reach the keys without being too close. Place your feet on the ground and sit up straight. Alright, now pretend you're holding a baseball in your right hand. Flip it over and place your hand on the keys. You should keep this round shape when you play and try not to let your fingers cave in. And make sure that your wrist stays lifted too. Alright, let's play.
Alright, so we're going to try our first lesson. There's some setting up that we're going to need to do in here. Number one, we need to set up the notes on the staff, and we also need to set up the tempo. First thing though, before you even start playing, do the practice mode. Click on the practice, okay? And here we go.
Welcome to the Yousician play mode.
I'm going to pause it for a second. I clicked on the pause button over to the left here, and we're going to set up the program here. Make sure that when you practice that the notation is set to colored, and what's going to happen is you're going to see colored notes on the staff, okay? So make sure that the notation is set up for colored, and at some point, if you feel like this is too fast for you, just pause it and just reset the tempo by using the tempo slider up here. So it was on 125%. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slow it down. Let's try 60. Let's try 70. Let's see here. Okay, let's try to get the 7. Okay, there we go, 70. Okay, so when you've set the tempo and when you've set your notation, as what you see here, you want to click on this button here, and it will
To get the hang of things, let's try a song with the notes you just played.
So what you're going to do is you're going to play, this is middle C, and of course D and E. And if you look down here, you'll see it'll tell you which hand to use. You're using the right hand to play these notes, and a lot of times, well actually all the time, The color note on the keyboard will match the finger, the color. The thumb is finger 1. It's green. It's telling you to put this green, or finger 1, on the middle C key. Finger 2 will be, you guessed it, D, and then purple represents finger 3. Okay, so you're following the colors. You'll also be following the notes in just a few moments, which are colored as well. So middle C on the staff is going to be green. The D note is going to be goldenrod or yellow gold, and then the E is going to be purple. So here we go.
Middle C is the key near the center of your piano that is just to the left of 2 black keys. Play C when the ball touches the note.
4.
Okay, let's do that again. When the ball touches the note.
1, 2, 3, 4. Play.
Alright, now let's play the next key, D. Again, watch the ball for the timing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, here comes D again.
I would also say the note name,
All right.
D.
Don't worry if you miss a couple of notes. Just try to go on with the next ones.
I'm going to make it a
It's
little
okay
faster
to make mistakes.
by sliding the
Now play the next
tempo bar
notes.
up here. C, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
S, 2.
Now you'll learn one more note. It's E, the white key to the right of D. Play the
1,
note.
2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4.
Now let's play all of them one by one.
C, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, let's start the music. Looks like you're ready to play your first song.
80% is a good tempo. Here we go. C, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. S, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Now, if the program does not hear you play, and a lot of times, since I'm on a MIDI keyboard and my keyboard is connected to the speaker, as well as the computer is connected to the speaker, I'm only able to use one volume. So if my program is playing louder than my piano, it won't hear it. In your case, that probably will not be the case. But in my case, I may have to play the notes a couple times in order for the program to hear it. So I'm going to have to hit E again. Uh-oh, see. In my case, I'm going to have to play ahead of the note so we can hear it. So I'm going to have to make an adjustment so on playing the keyboard so that my my microphone on the Yousician program can hear it. So here we go. So I played before the note. That was too early.
Great job. You've completed your first song.
Okay. So
Next, let's try these new notes on a famous classic.
I'm going to stop it there because I'm having difficulty using usually I put it on my use my app so that I can be using to a different speaker from my piano, which is, it's not hooked up to the computer, but you won't have that problem probably. So what you're going to need to do, I will say, what you're going to need to do is to make sure that your piano, if you're using a computer, you got to make sure that the computer is near the piano so it can hear what you're playing on the piano. If you're using the app and you're using either an iPad or an Android device, put that device on your piano keyboard stand so that way, your device is near and can pick up the sound from your piano keyboard. Okay, so there you go. And when you get done, you're going to go through a process where it'll tell you you're done with that lesson, And if you want to continue going, remember, let's go back to, well, it'll give you a score. You'll come back here, actually. And that was your practice mode. When you're ready to play, after the practice mode, just click on play, and then you'll be able to continue on. So I would suggest going through the practice mode before you go to the play mode. And these stars represent all of the notes that you got right. And make sure that you play the notes, the quarter notes, give them their full beat. Make sure you give the half notes their full beat, because if you don't, you won't get a star for it. Make sure you play the whole note for a full 4 beats. You heard me saying the letter notes like we do in class plus the tempo. Okay, so make sure you do that, because if you don't hold those notes out, you will not get credit for it. Okay, so after you get graded and all of that, you'll come back here to this area under Learn, and then you'll go on and you'll advance to these next topics. Okay. All right. So, oh, and one other thing, you have 3 different genres of music, or 2 rather. The classical genre, it'll play classical songs, or you can choose the pop genre, and you can play the pop songs. Okay. And this is your knowledge base here. So just follow the flow chart. That's what this is. From top, from left to bottom, and from left to right. Okay, and this is level 1 here. So these are all the lessons that you're going to be playing for level 1. Okay, and then you'll go into level 2. Okay, have fun, guys.